Hi everyone!
Today we are filming a Q&A together, couple Q&A. A lot has happened in our life, so there are a lot of interesting questions, a lot of new questions compared to our last Q&A that we did over a year ago, probably almost 2 years, over 2 years ago.
Got a third person in our family now.
Got a third person in our family now. So I posted up a story on Instagram asking you guys to ask me some questions, and some really nice ones came through. If you don't follow me on Instagram, just follow me here. This is my
and
login.
me up there as well.
He's over there. I just started a modeling journey as well, modeling and acting journey. So let's hope you guys can support him through there. Okay, so let's get started. Daniel's sleeping, so we need to try and finish this before he wakes up. What is your and Mustafa's favorite destination for a vacation?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, definitely.
Who's your best friend? My best friend asked this question. Neza, you're my best friend. What is your and Mustafa's favorite song?
Again, preferences.
What's a favorite song we like together, actually? What's something that we both like?
The thing is, when someone asks this question, it's that you just remember the most recent song. That's why you'd say this is my favorite. But
can I guess what's on your mind right now?
Of course you know. What's it? What is it? You tell me.
Oh, there's a few though.
No. What do you think?
I feel like the most recent one is the Lemoni one. You got something on your teeth?
You got something on your teeth?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. And that's what couples are for, guys.
Exactly. Anyway,
okay.
my favorite song at the moment, is "Come Alive" for.
Be Young.
Be Young.
You listen to so much though. You listen to so many different things.
A lot of songs.
Yeah.
I'm actually going towards jazz now. I'm loving jazz. I'm loving the instrument sounds more than people. I'm just bored of people for a moment.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
How about you?
Favorite song? I don't have a favorite song. I don't have a favorite song. I listen to everything.
All time.
Yeah.
If it's ever played, you always listen to it. You never skip it. I think that's a way to say which song would be the most the favorite of all time. Whenever it's played, you're like, oh, just keep it. I want to listen to it.
I just like 2000 songs. Like if any 2000s song comes on from back in the day, from when I used to listen, I wouldn't skip it.
What's that song I used to sing all the time? Remember the rap song?
I'm gonna buy you a drink. That one?
No,
which one?
No. It's
oh, sexy can I just part of my manners, girl? How you shake it?
Always
like woo.
She always used to sing it so many times.
Yourself and Mustafa in the next 5 years. More children.
Parents.
We are parents.
Better parents, maybe.
Yeah, better parents, hopefully.
Better parents.
Making more money.
New house, maybe.
New house.
Got the Mustang, by the way, guys.
Yeah, Mustafa got his car that he wants. Yes. So.
Yes.
So I guess maybe the car that I want. Maybe I'll have a Mercedes.
Maybe not.
C63
AMG S model, please.
Okay.
Put some sprinkle on top.
So maybe my car will be here in the next 5 years.
No, it's actually going to be a Genesis GV80.
Well, it really depends on how old my children are. Yeah. Will you be planning a sister or a brother for sweet Daniel soon? Maybe.
Good question.
How is life with adorable Daniel? Oh, he's so lovely.
Okay.
He's so lovely.
Stop right there. Now it's time to talk facts, guys. Daniel is such a cute little baby. The things that we film on Instagram are the best moments that we have with him. Yeah. Or the funny moments. The rest of the time, it's crying, it's fussing, running around, crying, trying to give him the bottle, trying to feed him, trying to do everything. She goes through hell basically every day. Waking up at night as well. Keep that in mind.
Waking up at night. No, but
I can't wake up around. When I'm sleeping, I'm knocked off.
Yeah.
I'm knocked out. That's it.
Yeah, you've gone. Life with Daniel's been very lovely though. It's been very, very lovely.
What a joy.
Especially now, since he became, I guess since he turned 8, since he became 8 months and up. Oh my God, his personality just shined through and it's so, it's so much more fun being with him now. Man. He's just interacting with you more, he plays more. He's doing all these little cute things now.
It's seeing him how he grows up.
How he goes, yeah, exactly.
Developing.
Exactly. How did you handle postnatal depression? This person's still going through it. Sure, my heart goes out to you because postnatal depression is definitely something serious and something really, really hard to go through. I don't know if I went through postnatal depression. I think I may have gone through something mild during lockdown, because I was never diagnosed with postnatal depression.
No, but lockdown by itself had made people depressed already. Imagine you just gave birth. And you can't even go out with your baby. You can't take him out. You can't go anywhere. You can't even visit your parents
sleep
properly.
Deprived. You're just spending 24/7 with this person that's extremely needy. I think I just struggled to cope a little bit during lockdown with Daniel, in my house, and like the responsibilities of a wife and things like that. It was a pretty tough time, to be honest. It was a tough time. It was nothing like I've ever been through before. I'm usually pretty, like, I've never not been able to cope. It was the first time ever where I felt like I wasn't coping, and it took a lot of strength to reach out to my doctor and let her know. Reached out to my doctor. She suggested some supports for me, and I took on those supports. That really helped. So if you are going through postnatal depression, or you feel like you're really sad or going through a really hard time after having your baby, and it might not be directly after having your baby. I didn't start feeling these feelings until Daniel was about 4 or 5 months. Before that, I was fine. So at any point in time when you start to feel not like yourself, you should go out and seek help and talk to somebody.
How do you keep a happy marriage?
They also said Daniel's cute, so. How do you keep a happy marriage? Oh, it's hard work.
Who said we keep a happy marriage?
This is all a facade. We just had a fight before this.
Exactly, literally. Look, there's nothing called a happy marriage as in drama. Sorry, I'm just saying my opinion.
Yeah.
You can't just think about, oh, these people look that they're having a lot of fun and there was so much love and
like they're perfect. They're
there's
perfect
there's no
marriage.
perfect couple. There is no perfect marriage. It's basically molding to each other. That's the most important part. The communication. You understanding her understanding you. If that works out, obviously it doesn't work out all the time, but if it works out most of the time, then that's it. Everything is good. But if each one of you keeps his mindset so stubborn and doesn't want to break his ego for the next person, or even though doesn't want to like apologize or listen to the other person, or he's just like stubborn on his whatever his opinion, or being too opinionated, obviously no relation would work, because it's about the person himself.
It's about giving and taking.
Yeah, it's about the person himself. So if this relation didn't work with this woman, let's say, it will never work with any other woman, because this is you. The problem is inside you.
That's right.
So each one should actually in the relation always look at his faults and his flaws, and just try to like minimize them as much as you can. You can't be perfect, but minimize. Try to minimize.
I think the most important thing is, and I think this is something me and Mustafa both agree on, and why our marriage continues to, alhamdulillah, survive and keep going and still be happy and find happiness in each other, is because we want to be better people. So
it's good to have
not one of us is going, actually I want to sit here and change, this is who I am, you have to live with me. It's like, no, we can see that the other person is upset with something we're doing or with one of the flaws that we have, and we have to recognize that and take a step forward to be able to be like, okay, obviously it's hurting my partner, it's not benefiting our relationship, and it doesn't, and if it's hurting my partner, not benefiting my relationship, then it's definitely not benefiting me. I don't need that. So it's about really working on yourself as well in a marriage. But things that we do to keep a happy marriage would be, I guess, trying to spend time with each other. And if we don't spend time with each other, it's about one of us pulling the other one up, going, okay, we need to spend time with each other. Also trying to keep intimacy, trying to keep intimate with each other. Sex,
very important. Guys have sex a lot.
If you could go back to your wedding day, would you? I would
definitely do. I would. So far, a man's best day ever to spend is his wedding day.
Yeah, we both had a lot of fun.
Because the reason why we had a lot of fun is because we had no stress whatsoever on that day.
Yeah.
I was so stressful in the morning because I had 2 right foot shoes, which was so stupid.
There was a bit of complications, but
when the wedding started, the day of the wedding, like the wedding started from the like going out of the house and the tabal and all that, and then I went on. Everything was perfect. Everything was so good.
Yeah, I think, like Mustafa said, a big reason was because we didn't stress over the little things at all. Like, even the big things, like, we just let it come. We just made sure we had the basics of what we wanted, and then whatever came. You know, like, it was just like, whatever. We've done what we can. We're going to go into this wedding and just enjoy. What is the best part about parenting? What's the best part?
Love that you get for the kid. You having a kid by yourself.
Love,
but you knowing that this is your kid is an amazing feeling. Because you've never experienced that in your life. You were always the kid yourself, and now all of a sudden you have a kid. And what a feeling. What a love you have for this baby.
It really is. Yeah, the best part for me, is seeing Daniel grow. So seeing my children grow.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
like seeing little bits of us in them.
Yeah.
So like, you know, because I guess I deal with the sleepless nights. So like there'll be times where there'll be a week where Daniel's just like, his sleep is just terrible. And then the next week you're like, what the hell? Like, he's doing all these new things. So you're like, oh, that's why his sleep was so terrible, because a development was happening. But like seeing those little things, it's just, oh, it's the most precious and most exciting thing ever, because it's like, it's yours, and you're seeing yours grow and be a human being, and you know, it's really lovely. Did you cry during labor? Was your baby planned? Did I cry during labor?
Yes.
Not tears, but there was no tears. It was just like I wasn't say I was crying as in like tears were coming down, but it was like, you know,
angry and yeah.
You know, when you're in like, when you're so upset, but you're like trying to just vocalize it. You're vocalizing your sadness. Yeah, but at
the same time, it's like a lot of pain. What do you do when you're in a lot of pain? You cry, obviously. But imagine you're in a lot of, but you're not crying because of the pain. You're not crying like a kid.
Yeah, it's not like it's like moaning from pain. That's what it is. You're moaning from pain. Yes, you are. Yeah, so it's like a grunt. Yeah, it's like grunting. Our pregnancy was, I guess, planned, but then it was sudden because we didn't expect to get pregnant when we did. How many kids do you want?
This is a question.
See, this is a question that always changes, especially after having your first baby.
That question is so different before that baby and after that baby.
Yeah. Before the baby, we wanted to
like
have
Jeff Bezos. Before someone asks him a question, how much do you have money, and after the question, do you mean how much money I have before or after?
Before Daniel, we wanted like 4 kids.
4 or 5 it was.
Something like that. After Daniel.
Sorry, because we both come from big
families.
5.
Yeah, families of 5. Yeah, 5 kids. After Daniel, we probably just want about 2 kids.
I want 2 kids.
How does it feel being a mom? It's lovely.
Here you go.
Look, being a mom, I feel like, is the most hardest thing. Being a parent is the most hardest thing in the world. Parenting a child is the most hardest thing in the world. Being a mum is so hard. Like, it's the most loveliest. It's so bittersweet. That's what it is. It's so bittersweet. It's the most loveliest experience, but it's the hardest experience. Because you need to persevere and you're put in very difficult situations. You're sleep deprived, but at the same time, you still need to make sure your baby's fed and surviving and happy and, you know, and you're changing their diapers, whatever. Like, you just can't sleep. You just need to deal with them. And then when you want to sleep, you can't. Like, if you, let's say you want to sleep, baby's sleeping, and then you decide to sleep, sometimes they wake up and you're like, oh, that wasn't enough sleep, you know? So it's just like, I think the sleep deprivation makes it the hardest thing. Who picked your son's name? Mustafa Shmaisim over here.
I picked the boy's name, she picks the girl's name. No, it's actually, I picked the name. I had the name in my head since I was young. But I wasn't going to name it. And then Mariam told me why, like, Mariam got me back to it and was like, we actually named him Daniel again.
Yeah.
But she agreed to the name from the beginning.
Yes, I agree to it. I like the name as well.
Let us know what you guys think about the name.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Daniel's name, actually? Who is Daniel like the most? I don't know. I think him.
Daniel is like himself.
Yeah, of course he's himself, but I think he has a lot of your qualities though. Like, he gets really frustrated really quickly.
Angry.
He yells very quickly.
Bad shit.
What else?
Smart like me. Quick to learn like me. Very strong like me. Can move the whole freaking table like me. So yeah, I reckon me.
How's it like being a new parent? Any tips?
$5, thank you so much.
it's really nice. It's really, really nice, but it's so challenging.
It's the most important thing, which is the hardest thing to accomplish being a parent, is patience. If you can have the patience, you're winning.
How has life and your relationship with your hubby changed since having the baby?
This is a big question.
It's a big question because
it's a big transition. It's a big transition.
Look, you change as you definitely change as a person after becoming a parent.
Definitely.
Both the mom and the dad.
Mindsets change.
Your mindset changes. Your behavior changes. Your relationship changes. Like, you need to figure each other out again. You need to figure out how to spend time with each other again. What makes each other happy again. Like, you need to figure all that out, because now, like before, it was just all about spending time together. But now, yeah, it was all about us. But now it's not about us anymore. So Daniel's always there. So how are we going to connect while my son is right in front of me, kind of thing? Was Mustafa the first person to ask for your hand in marriage? No.
She wasn't either. Both girls, by the way.
There were many before him.
Relax.
Do you think getting married young is good, like 2021?
21? I don't know.
Look, I think it's just different for every person.
It's a question
you can't really answer.
It's about the couple and the relation.
It's about you, what your goals are in life, you know, what you want from life. Like,
it's not bad to be. It's not bad to be 2021, but I would rather just like engagement on 2021, not marriage on 2021. I don't know.
I think it really depends on personal.
And take your time in your engagement.
Yeah, what you want from
at least a year, I'd say.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is just to give your engagement some time before you get married. Yeah. Do you have lots of friends with kids? No.
Actually, no.
We have no friends with kids. We have a friend that's now pregnant.
Yeah.
And we have family members though with kids. There are a lot of family members with kids.
And all our like friends group, we're the first ones
to have a baby. Yeah. How do you cope with changes, physically, mentally, etc.? I like to reflect on things. Yeah. I like to reflect on certain changes that happen in my life, or physically or mentally or even socially. Like, I'm not saying that we cope all the time with it really well. I don't always cope with it really well all the time, but it's just really important to reflect and sometimes just accept.
I think at the end of the day, when you're there facing the reality, you can't help but cope.
Yeah, you can't. If you don't accept it, I think you can't help but accept it.
Accept it. You have to accept it, and while you're accepting it, you cope with it without you thinking of it.
Yeah.
And it's really wrong to overthink.
Yeah.
Don't overthink things. Don't overthink. Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be no. Just take a deep breath. It is what it is. If I stress or I don't stress, it's gonna happen. So why stress?
That's exactly right. It's easier to say than actually do. Like, I think
honestly, like, I'm not saying that because I do it. I don't do it as much, but it's really important.
That's really what we need to be doing. Yeah. Like, we need to. The most important thing is to accept what's happening and then figure out how to make yourself feel better about that change. So if that's stepping away from a certain thing or starting a certain thing or changing your perspective on it.
Obviously, you got to look at the things that would help you to overcome or to cope with it.
Exactly.
It's easy,
and that's different for everyone. Yeah. Did you sleep train Daniel at all? If yes, how? And if no, what did you do instead?
Oh, here's what we're having a fight about yesterday.
No, we're not having a fight. We're having a discussion.
Here's where we had a discussion about yesterday. Yeah. Here's where we had a discussion.
Look, I don't feel...
Here is
okay, look, there are... Can I talk?
And it was a really hard decision to make. Thank you so much for following us. Thank you.
There's a number of sleep training approaches. I think just do what works for you, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I personally don't agree with the cry it out method. I don't agree. I just don't feel comfortable with it. So I don't want to do... Through my research and things like that, I don't agree with it, and I don't want to do it with my child, and I don't think it needs to be done. So I personally, since Daniel was born, I've been rocking him to sleep, and now we've just started giving him a bottle in the crib, and he's just started putting himself to sleep. Before that, we were still giving him the bottle and we were rocking him, and then we transitioned into patting him, and then we transitioned to just putting him in his crib with his bottle, and then he'd like get up. He wouldn't be able to put himself to sleep.
But you guys, it's really different from a baby to another.
Yeah, exactly.
Some babies can sleep by themselves from the beginning.
Yeah,
and some babies it's so hard to put them to sleep.
Yeah,
it's different babies.
Yeah, and look, I've actually tried many things with Daniel. Like I've tried many things with Daniel. When Daniel was like, I think about 3 months, I'd say maybe about 3 or 4 months. I did do a kind of sleep training approach where he was in his bassinet still next to me, but I found that Daniel was coping a little bit better. So he wasn't necessarily crying. He was just kind of like he was yeah, he would just be like like that, humming, yeah. So I found that was him trying to put himself to sleep. So I would just time it, and then if that ever turned into, yeah, if it dragged for too long, or if that ever turned into a cry, I would pick him up as soon as that. I just don't accept him crying himself to sleep.
That's during the night though.
During the night. During the day, we're still rocking him. We're still rocking and patting.
Yeah.
And
until he hits a point where he actually goes to sleep by himself.
Yeah, like I think it's really important to understand that a baby's emotional development isn't fully developed till at least, 2 or 3 years old, or maybe some babies are even more, So I think we just need to be reminded that babies are babies and they need their mummy and daddy. That was the last question, guys.
Yes, I can go to the toilet.
So we tried to answer those questions as best as we can. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let us know if you disagree with any of our answers or agree with any of our answers, because everybody's experiences with everything is different.
If you guys did not follow us yet or subscribe, please make sure you do. The subscription button right there. Ring the bell and follow us on Instagram.
Mustafa watches too many YouTube videos.
Thank you so much for following us today. See you tomorrow.
See ya. Bye.